Greetings YouTube, I'm Gavin the Vaping Hippie, and today I'm going to give you a review of something which I think is a little bit special. This is the 3D printed stainless steel Flavour cap for 30mm RDAs. This is designed to fit on any of the 30mm RDAs that are out there, any of them that have got a 28mm base which this cap will fit onto. I've designed it because I didn't like the airflow that I was getting from my temple. I found it's far too wide. I wasn't getting the density and the kind of flavour that I want from an RDA. I like nice big coils, but I want that air to be hitting the coil directly and obviously cooling that coil down as quickly as possible so I get more density and more flavour. And the way I believe I've achieved that is by copying the idea from the original director coil airflow from the Velocity. On this, I've got 3mm by 3mm by 9mm air slots, and those can be reduced down by a section that I've got in the middle here, which can take it down to 2mm or 1mm. And the other benefit to this is I've used the idea that was first done on the MDMT 22mm dripper, which has magnets that hold the top on. So when you want to drip, you can just literally just pop it off like that. And there we go. So we've got 5mm by 2mm neodymium magnets in there. They're held in place by JB Weld, and you can just literally pop it on. And as you can see, you get a nice big space to drip your juice in. And the other thing that I've done as well is used like a beveled edge on the edge of this air slot, which makes it really, really nice and quiet. I'll give you a demonstration of that in a minute, but first of all, let's show you what this is all about. So we've got three sections. We've got this inner section here, which is slotted into the top. It's held in place with an O-ring just on the inside there, and I don't know if you can see there, but that has different heights inside, which you can then just stick your fingers into this bit, give it a twist, and you can adjust it from 3mm thick down to 2mm down to 1mm. And then this has got the same magnets on the top section of this as what we've got on here, and that can just literally just pop into place, and that just snaps on just as you need it, nice and central, very little work needed doing. And the other thing as well, if you're on a train or somewhere where you don't want to put the cap down, you can just flip it around like that, and you can just drip in the top, and that will just stay there nice and easy. The other thing I've done as well, we've got a little bit of a dome shape inside. Many of you will know having a bit of a dome on the inside of your RDA cap will give you better flavour. Just in case you're interested, this is the Temple RDA base that I'm using at the moment. I've got 5mm 6 wrap. They're matrix coils made of 430 stainless steel, running on a DNA 200. And I've also got another 2 pieces of standard stainless steel wrapped into the grooves of the matrix coil, just to give it a bit of a stage heating effect. Now, one good thing about this, having the beveled edges on the airflow slots, does make it a lot quieter. Obviously, you just twist it around just to line up your airflow slots with your coil. And then all you need to do, just pop that magnet top off, and you can see it is as easy as making a cup of tea. You can just drop your juice straight onto the coils. No messing around, pulling the cap off, messing up all your O-rings, having to get new O-rings when they start wearing out and they get chewed up. And then I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration of how she vapes. So it's a lovely, lovely smooth draw, nice and quiet, and just so easy to just check on your juice and give it a top up. Now, this particular version is made from shapeways. This is the very first one that I have made. It was made basically as a tester, as a prototype, just to see what the tolerances would come out like. It was pretty good. I had to do a little bit of sanding, and the magnet holes came out a little bit small. I've now adjusted the main design to compensate for that. So if you were to buy one today, you should find it will fit absolutely perfect on the temple. It will also fit the QTS. The QTS is a little bit smaller, so where this is 28mm on the inside diameter, and the QTS is something like 27.5, 7.6, something like that. So to put it on the QTS, you'll probably find you'll need to get a slightly thicker O-ring just to put on the bottom of that, and then it will fit nice and snug. Not sure what other 30mm RDAs there are out there, but I'm sure this will fit any of them. As long as it measures up at 28mm where this goes over the top of it, you'll find no problem at all without fitting. It can be made in lots of different finishes. This is the bronze and stainless steel finish that they're doing shapeways, and then this inner section is the standard stainless steel. I did that so I just have a little bit of a contrast between the two colours, but you can also get it printed in gold. There's a polished nickel finish, there's a black finish, and I think there's the two different varieties of stainless steel, and I like the bronze. It's actually got a bit of a kind of antique, sort of slightly riffled effect, which comes from the printing process. Yeah, which I think, yeah, it looks like an antique. It just gives it an interesting look, which I think I haven't really seen much before. One thing you will find if you're putting it on the temple has got a little 1mm lip at the bottom here. Because of the 3D printing process, they have a minimum thickness of 1mm. So to have that overlap, I would have had to take that down to 0.5mm at the bottom, which I couldn't do. They wouldn't be able to print it. If you've got OCD and that's going to bother you, all you need to do, just stick your temple into a drill, obviously put something to protect the 510, stick it into a drill and just get a file on there, file that little lip off, and then that will sit nice and flush on your mod. I don't have the QTS to hand at the moment, but you'll find if you stick it on the QTS, that will sit perfectly flush. Obviously you get your colour changing ring at the bottom, but then this will sit flush and give you the benefits of having the magnet top and the different airflow. So if you want to buy one, you can have a look at my link on the bottom. I'll just post it underneath this thread. It's on my Shapeways store. Will cost you about £50. I think that works out to about $66, something like that if you're in America. That's for the stainless, either the stainless steel or the bronze effect. To have it finished in black or gold or the polished nickel, it will cost you a little bit more. Other than that, that's about all there is to say on this thing. I just did this as an experiment for myself, just because I wanted to see what 3D printing was like. And also I love my 30mm drippers, but I can't stand the airflow on those. They're not direct enough, and you don't get enough choice. It's basically wide open and not pointing in the wrong direction. On this, going from 3mm to 9mm, you can take it right down. You can have it as wide as you want, or you can take it right down to the 1mm. I've also got it set so you can actually adjust it round. So when you're on the bit where you can close it off, you can literally close it just so it's just like a little hole like that. So you can take this down tight like a mouth-to-lung vape, if that's your kind of thing. Not much else to say. I do plan to make some versions for other Atties like the Goon, probably do one for the Velocity, and anything else, any other requests I get. That's about it. I've got, there's some little ridges you'll see at the top here. I've actually made them bigger on the final design. And what that does, that keeps the weight down and keeps the cost down. Also acts like a little bit of a heatsink. I find that the cap on this does not get too hot at all. As you can see, I mean, you see the size of the coils I've got in there, and I'm vaping these at 200 watt pretty much all day, every day. And I never have too many problems with it getting hot. You will get a little bit of a juice build up on the top here. Obviously, you always have a bit of kitchen town around when you're dripping, just give it a bit of a wipe down every so often. Other than that, this thing vapes like a dream. Any questions? Give me a shout.